So, how do you heal the deep wounds in life? It's a good question, isn't it? I'm going to spend the whole week on this subject. But every single person who's listening to me right now has some deep wounds. It's not just something that some people have, it's something that everyone has. I don't think you escape life without them. And if I were to say, what are your deep wounds, you'd know them really quick. Why? Because you feel them. And we sometimes think that when we become Christians that all of those deep wounds are going to just magically disappear. God's going to erase all the memories in our heads and we're going to be just fine. And so many people are disappointed when that doesn't happen. And then we begin to say, God, why didn't you heal me? God, why aren't you there for me? And when we start to struggle with those deep wounds, we get disappointed with God. So I'm going to spend the week on this, and I hope you watch every day, because this is a really important area for all of us, me included. You know, life just brings a lot of wounds, and there are those people with emotional pain and they carry it around everywhere. Those people with broken relationships, disappointments, we have them all. And when you go through it, it stings, it hurts. You feel like you're never going to be okay again. And for some people, they never are. As I said, I'm going to spend every day on this. And today I want to talk about what do you do with it? The very first thing you have to do is acknowledge it and take it to God. Acknowledge it and take it to God. You know, we like to separate our Christian lives. We like to say, okay, this is the part where I live, and this is the part where I give some things to God, and a lot of times the two of them don't intersect. Psalm 147 and verse 3 says, He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. That's a really important scripture. Why? Because it tells us that there's healing taking place. Oh, it may not be instantaneous for you. In fact, it's not going to be. Little by little, it's going to make a difference. Now, if we just keep our hurt over here and compartmentalize it, and we don't deal with it, and we don't bring it to our spiritual lives, we never deal with it. It becomes anger, it becomes, extreme disappointment, extreme frustration. All of those things, we try to deal with our own emotions that are involved with it, and we never get to that place where we begin healing. The place we have to get to is where we bring it to God, take that healing that we've compartmentalized and bring it to God, place it at the foot of the cross, and say, God, I want to deal with this with you, because you promised to heal. You promised that we would begin the process and things would happen. And an interesting thing happens when we do that. We go from frustration, extreme frustration, we go from anger, all of the emotions, to brokenness. Brokenness God is used to working with. All of us are broken. And when we do that, healing begins. And it begins with, honestly, recognizing the pain, recognizing the brokenness, and then getting God actively involved with whatever you're going through. All of us have deep hurts. Deep hurts. You may have never talked about them with anyone before. That's very typical. And I'm sure it's still going to sting a little bit, even when you leave this earth. It's a process. Again, there's no reset button. The memories will be painful to a degree, but what we want to do is take it from a place where we can't do anything with it and it just wipes us out and creates all those negative things in our lives, to a place where God begins to work with us, to show us, to see things in it that we didn't see before, to grow and mature, and to bring us into a place of healing, one step at a time. God's used to working with broken people like you and me. Folks, don't forget, you are blessed. Go and be a blessing.